filing, it will be, I mean, you don't want to bring it to the very, very end, but let's say 11:59 p.m., but your local time. That's my understanding of the IRS's acceptance of electronically filed tax return. Now, if you're going to paper file, which I do not advise, that means you're going to have to get that timestamp on your envelope by today at the post office.
Okay, so if it is the correct stamp, post office is open, you probably won't get charged a penalty. It's just, I mean, if you're expecting money back, who knows how soon you could see it.
I think that that's the biggest issue, exactly. So the IRS has really been making a huge campaign to have everyone electronically file their returns. And I want to say that the vast majority of Americans, of the, hundreds of millions of tax returns that are filed every single year, do actually electronically file. The biggest problem really is the ones who are continuing to paper file. As we know, the pandemic has really hit the IRS as well, of course, many other businesses very hard. And the IRS is having a backlog on opening and then their mail and then processing it. So, just because the mail is opened doesn't necessarily mean that the actual return will be processed immediately after it's opened. I do want to point out to taxpayers, though, that if you are paying and you are continuing to want to file a paper return, you'll notice that the IRS will require you to send your return paper file to a different address than you're actually sending your payment voucher and your check to. And that's because, of course, those two different locations are going to be opening mail, as quickly as they possibly can. But usually I would presume that the envelopes containing the checks are going to be opened a little bit quicker and then obviously processed a lot faster.
That does make sense. That's how I do my mail anyway. So are there any other areas of confusion that might trip folks up this year?
I think that a lot of people may have received what we call the advanced child tax credit payment, which is an advanced credit on the amount that you would have received when you filed your actual return. It was just like a sort of prepayment of that amount, which really just goes to offset what your overall tax liability is. A lot of people didn't maybe keep track of the letter that they received from the IRS indicating the full amount that they received. Sometimes I've heard anecdotally that amounts were incorrect, not received at all, perhaps. So that, I think, has been throwing a little bit of a monkey wrench for certain taxpayers this filing season.
Absolutely. Thank you, as always, for breaking that down for us. Caroline Chen, Assistant Professor of Accounting and Finance at San Jose State University. Traffic and weather together in 2 minutes.
Hey all, it's Dean Sharp. Are you looking to sell your home in 2022? Well, congratulations. That's a big deal. For most of us, it's the biggest deal of all. So let's make sure you get everything out of it that you can. Before you get ready to list, make sure you call the good folks at Revive. Revive's business is to maximize your home's sale value. How? By guiding you through market-critical upgrades before you sell. It's like flipping your own home, except Revive fronts the cost and guarantees the results. Yeah, you heard me right. No money out of pocket and a higher selling price guaranteed. You can list higher and sell faster in just a few short weeks. In fact, the average homeowner sees $160,000 in additional profit. This is a no-brainer. Revive has created an easy, stress-free way to maximize your greatest asset, your home. So are you thinking about selling? Well, you can settle or you can see what's possible. To get started, visit iloverevive.com. That's iloverevive.com.
April is a great month to be certifiably happy. Hey, it's Shondell Grant of DGDG, and during our certified pre-owned sales event, you'll find outstanding offers on a massive inventory of over 1,800 used cars across all of our Northern California locations. Manufacturer certified pre-owned vehicles, DGDG certified used cars, even DGDG value cars. Affordable rides for car buyers on a budget. They're all available with comprehensive warranties, plus you can buy them completely online with our exclusive no-brainer checkout.
Now that makes me happy.
So be happy. Take all the guesswork out of buying a used car. Just shop online and buy online. Join over 300,000 happy car buyers and discover how easy, fun, and hassle-free car buying can be with our exclusive no-brainer checkout. Find a used car that fits your needs and your budget during the certified pre-owned sales event at DGDG.
Traffic and weather together, 11:38. We head back to the Altamont Pass with Victor, who is in your local Honda dealer's traffic center.
And a lot of heavy traffic coming into the Bay Area from Tracy. This will be in the westbound direction of 580. This traffic report is brought to you by Cars for Kids Real Estate. Has to do with a crash in Livermore just before you get to Greenville Road, still blocking the right lane. They were just waiting on tow trucks. Looks like they're just arriving on scene. The bad thing is you are backed up beyond North Flint Road. It's about a good 2-mile back up beyond North Flint Road, so that's the reason why you are heavy over the Altamont Pass. By the time you reach Greenville Road in Livermore, continue on westbound 580, you'll be clearing at the speed limit all the way to 680 in the Dublin-Pleasanton area. In the eastbound direction of 580, a little bit of brake tapping if you are headed to the Altamont Pass. Now, this has to do with Caltrans sweepers. At the moment, they're right around the 1st Street exit in Livermore, and you're slow from just before North Livermore Avenue, so expect a slight delay through there. Even looking at slow traffic in Fremont on southbound 680 as you approach Mission Boulevard South. There was a crash that was blocking lanes. Looks like everything's on the right-hand shoulder. Most of the slowdown now is on the actual off-ramp to Mission Boulevard. Once you get past that, as far as southbound 680, you'll be clearing at the speed limit. Cars for Kids now accepts real estate donations. Cars for Kids Real Estate will take over all expenses for your property. Best of all, Cars for Kids Real Estate will provide you with a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org. Your next traffic update at 11:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
KCBS forecast. We'll see more clouds as we head throughout the day. Rain developing in the late afternoon in the North Bay. Highs today in the low 60s and low 70s in the Bayside and inland areas. Looking at mostly 50s at the coast. Rain likely moving south across the bay with dense fog after midnight in the South Bay. Lows in the 50s. And then morning fog and rain tomorrow. Slight chance of rain in the afternoon as well. Cooler tomorrow. Highs in the 50s and 60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS, sponsored by iloverevive.com.
Register to Rise. Join PBWC's 2-day virtual conference May 10th and 11th. Hear from change-making speakers that will inform, engage, uplift, and inspire. Turn your career aspirations into reality. Connect with professional women and allies from around the world. Learn more and register at conference.pbwc.org.
The city and county of San Francisco has over 3,800 unfilled jobs. It's time for the mayor to staff up San Francisco. Join the campaign to make our city work for everyone at staffupsf.org. This message was paid for by the San Francisco Labor Council.
KCBS News Time at 11:40 as your News Watch continues. Researchers are using experimental video game therapy to test patients' memories and reaction time as an experimental treatment for cognitive decline. KCBS's Alice Wirtz reports it involves an app called NeuroGrow.
Ask any teen and they'll tell you. Video games and apps are great for a mental break, a distraction, a challenge. Now one researcher at the University of Utah is studying aging brains, depression and mental decline, and whether or not her app can heal cognitive disorders.
I tell you to press the right button, press the right button, now press the left, your brain is actually likely to press the right button again just because you've kind of gotten used to that.
Sarah Shizuku Morimoto's gardening video game was designed at the University of Utah. It's targeted to enhance the functioning of neural circuitry in the brain.
We're testing it in multiple medical centers with different sizes, different populations, different doctors.
There was a lot of doubt as to whether older people would even be interested in trying it out, but that didn't stop her.
Digital medicine for mental health is very popular.
Morimoto and her team have received a $7.5 million grant from the National Mental Health Institute to conduct clinical trials for NeuroGrow, her app,
so that we can be prepared to really launch it into the clinic where patients can use it.
Alice Wirtz, KCBS.
The Castro District space that was once the camera store owned by gay rights icon Harvey Milk is being repurposed this summer to host a 6-month-long project called Queer Arts Featured. Devlin Shand, a local photographer and one of the project organizers, told KCBS the storefront will be transformed into a